Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another evening with Dylan Russell. And here I am beating up my place. Okay. So welcome back, everybody. We are working on a castle, and I have an addiction to working on this castle. So we were working on a stable this morning, and I decided I didn't like the roof. That was part one of the reason for redesign. And you guys were aware this morning I wasn't super happy with it. But part two was I realized that in with the anachronism of the walls being all screwed up, which I'll get to that later. In with that, then I also realized that the cost of the stone involved in making the pillars would actually have been a little prohibitive. So I pulled out a lot of the walls that I had at the bottom and swapped them out for planks because it's a little bit, cheaper on resources for Minecraft reasons, but it would have been cheaper on resources for reality as well. Now, I recognize, of course, that I've gone completely out of the realm of reality by having an iron farm stuck in the middle of the keep, rather than actually doing a proper keep. But my logic on that one is, Minecraft, you kind of need one.
Hello.
It's not on Wednesdays we wear pink day. And apparently Zerk is swanky today. Weird. I haven't the foggiest why. Suffice to say, nope, we are wearing pink today because it is Pink Shirt Day up here, which basically that means it's an initiative to support anti-bullying in various different sorts. So bullying for whatever the reason could be, and that means in schools and communities, online, etc. So my kids wore pink shirts to school today, and they had kindness talks and stuff at school in elementary, grade school, whatever. And so they were wearing pink shirts, and I had a pink shirt. So I figured I'd go with it. I mean, that includes the online space, so encouraging adults and kids not to pick on each other for things that are... there's a whole different category between good-natured ribbing and knowing when is enough. And knowing when to stop because that person is not enjoying it and has crossed the line from good-natured ribbing to actually being nasty about things. So yeah, I'm on board with that one. It's not one of those ones that at the moment is tied to charities and such, although I'm sure there's probably a charity or two out there supporting that, but I haven't actually come across one personally. Sometimes it's tied in with like a kids' help phone lines. So where youth and teens and whatever can easily call basically one of those star number type lines so that you can actually talk to somebody.
Thanks for the 500 bits, Zerk. It's really appreciated.
Oh, okay. I guess I forgot to shut down my Twitch speaker, but as long as it only announces events, I think I'll go with it. So in any case, suffice to say that we're working on something a little different then, with a different headspace for the whole anti-bullying thing. So yeah, that's where my head's at. So with the stables, yeah, sorry, distraction by pink shirt. That's fine. I like that. Okay. So with the stables, I found what I had noted before in terms of...
Yeah.
Hello, Scrub Lord. Welcome on in. Welcome. I don't know if there's a hello there thing that it actually says. I can't recall. To be honest with you, I have no idea what I've got going on with that Twitch speaker. So we'll just see. What was it? Events? Nope. Don't have a first words one. I'm good with that. Okay. Momcraft Bird, Dadcraft Wave, Momcraft Bird. I like Scrublord. That looks really good. So anyways, suffice to say, I've realized that the cost of these stone materials are far more expensive. So in theory, I've done this all wrong. But rather than redo it at this point and back it down to a fully wood castle at the moment, I'm just going to press on as far as the streams go. And we're just going to work on backing down a little bit of the stone that was involved in making these stables. And that's one of the reasons why I realized that I had gone with cobblestone pillars. And I think I'm going to stick with that because that works well for the argument, that it's less expensive stone because it's flawed You're just making it stable. I mean, honestly, if something squished your animals, do you really care? Hopefully. Does anybody care? Probably not. Alright, so let's do that. Eh. No, I don't like that. I'm going to stick with the stone there. Alright. But yeah, so the roof is going to change too. I didn't really like the flat roof because, strangely enough, Minecraft, the way it started to rain, actually leaked a little bit, which, I mean, it should through a campfire. That would make perfectly logical sense. And I didn't like it leaking on the animals. It weirded me out a bit. So I'm going to switch to materials that shall not do that. But it actually means that I have to climb up, which would make sense, you know? Gotta get up. The roof that I had before was actually made out of campfire scrub-lord. So it was very flat, and because of the way the coal part of the campfire, the ash section, shows through underneath. Oh, actually, let's see what I want. Just a single 1, 2, 3 over here. Because of the way that I had campfires going and the coal showing underneath, I really didn't like the look because it was appearing to word I'm looking for. Scrambling for words today. It was just appearing to leak, and it looked a little bit like I had tar paper or something underneath it, which I wasn't enjoying that look. So instead, we're going to go with a spruce and oak, whatever these things are, slabs. There we go. In English, wow. I still have the coffee from this morning because I didn't get all the way through it on stream, and I've topped up since then, I think. So we've got coffee this afternoon, and it sounds like it might actually be warranted if I can't speak properly. Goodness gracious. So, okay. Giving you the idea, I love the look of the walls. No argument there. Like, if I was actually going to build a full stone castle, I would keep it all stone there. But the period I'm working with actually would have had possibly wood castle. Where they were in basically the stone was expensive, and the castle would have been put up by the Normans, which would result in them wanting to, like, they would have conquered that portion of England, the south, I believe it's the southwest. I'm sorry for the Brits who would know England better than I do, but they conquered that section, and so of course your castles had to go up fairly quickly, or you're going to lose control of the region. So, hence the wood ones, because that's a lot easier to get. You don't have to quarry it, it doesn't take as long, doesn't cost as much to pay your people, etc., etc. But in this case, I actually build it. Basically what I'm looking at is in and around the middle of the 12th century, more or less, early or late half, I guess, of the middle. That doesn't make any sense. But 1140s or so, there were renovations made to the original castle that's inspiring this one. And there's no real specifics on what renovations were made. It wasn't, thankfully, as nearly as destructive as the stuff that happened in the next century. But, so I decided to go with the assumption then that the castle is slowly converting itself to being a stone castle. But in the meantime, it still has the original Motte and Bailey design, which is not the way things would have worked at all, actually. The whole thing would have been wood underneath, and then you would have had isolated places like the towers that would have actually been stone. So, yeah. Quote unquote, it's all wrong, but that's okay. We're gonna just do it. But I like this a little bit better for the stable because now it's not dripping through the roof. Understanding, though, that we are missing opportunities to decorate a little bit. Take this one. The ends are going to be a challenge to fill, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. One. Oh, as I jump off the hay bales. This one. It also reminds me, every one of the ones that has a stair on it, that's the row that I'm going to need to button because it's got far too much going on. Okay. Actually, let's put Stairs the other way. Okay, nope. I don't think I like that. Definitely don't like that. So classic. Sure, we'll figure it out. I have, as you can see, gone and slept, so at least this night is not going to be whatchamacallum's night. Phantoms. There. I can remember the actual word. Words are hard. Today it's words, W-E-R-D, just because I can't seem to actually get them correct. Okay. So then we do need some light in here. Oh, of course I've gone on the twos.
Hello?
Wow! Glenn. Seriously. Hello, Poodle Pirates. Sky Rats. Sky Rats are giant bats, right? Okay. I had 6. Okay, so if I go to the inside of this one, inside of that one, and throw one more on the end, outside of this one, and the outside of that one. That'll work. Not perfect, but it'll work. And this yard is still larger in here so that we can put the sheep in there. Outside. Inside that one. Here. The other two. But for a second there I thought I was seeing things. Another player. That's really odd. 1, 2, 3, and the last one. There we go. Yeah. So I don't have the ends sealed off. I'm gonna want to do something with that. I don't know what I want to do with it though. I figured out this morning when I was looking for the pattern I was going to build originally. Oh lordy, that's ugly. Let's see if I can fix this. When I had the patterns this morning, I was not sure where I'd put it. Well, it turned out it was a freeze frame I had done from watching YouTube video. I found the video again, and then I decided I didn't need all that after all. Because what they had done with the one I had originally been planning to build was that they had fewer stable zones, like fewer animals, and they also had a big building on the side. But I couldn't figure out what I was going to use the building for. So I decided not to do it that way. Okay. Let's go and get the noisy rats known as sheep. Yeah. But for now, the sheep are still going to be free range, but we can get them moving. I need to grab... First off, I need to put these away. Campfires. And... here. We have plenty of more buildings, so I'm going to actually be bringing a lot of this stuff back out again. So it's more of a matter of reorganizing my stuff while the bin is open. Okay. This way. Oh, buttons. Right. Oak, oak. Do the buttons. Buttons, buttons, I want the buttons. And the whole point to this button business is because 1, 2, I need that one. So 16. There we go. The whole point to the button business is that this way I shouldn't have to have annoying critters showing up and making me have to Oops. Making me have to shoo them off because the metallic monsters just won't take a hike. Ridgeline. Oh, no, I went crosswise again. Ooey. When I don't really want something to show, sometimes it helps to not have them go crosswise to the plank below. I understand why buttons have two different directions. Because the planks you put them on don't. It's kind of silly. This way. This way. Then, hopefully, some of those buttons will line up. But you can tell. Interesting. Go directional. Like if you land, see if you stand almost right on top. There, you know, your button is like virtually gone. So I put this one on back. It's funny, I never really thought about them being directional before. But yeah, since I don't really want them to show, then I want the same style. They're gonna be there. I mean, we're gonna see them. But putting them on the same direction helps. And on the side. I made far too many because I thought I was going to have to do the whole edge. Being as I don't have to do the whole edge, I have a ton. That's fine. Okay, so I do need more of the oak buttons, though. Oh, which way is best? This way? Yep, that'll work. I have to do one row on those, too. Got a button. Nope. The other side done. By the way, I apologize. Hey Poodle, how you doing? Good to see you. I missed saying hello, so that was my mistake. Okay, so you can still see all the buttons from the side, but when you're looking at them from above, they're easier to make semi-disappear. But yeah, there you go. And that should be, if I did the math right, be all the layers that could possibly spawn stuff. So that would mean then that when the villagers, nearby are being all social, they're not going to give me golems on the roof. That's fine, no problem. No problem. I would love to have a convo about that someday, just curiosity-wise, but not on stream. So we'll save that for another one. Alrighty. So yes, this is a different tone than the other one. That's kind of intentional. And I think I'm going to consider the stable done. Well, done enough, I was going to say. And then I just changed my mind. Promptly. Love it. This is Delenn, you know? Like color of the air the day she decides to build something. So I get, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. This is actually going to work a little better. And no, I'm not intending to. 1, 2, 3, yep, there we go. Yes, okay, good. I like that. Let's reverse all of these. Oh, there's a problem there. Okay, well, you, sir. I'm gonna light you from the inside anyhow. Where did it go? Needed buttons on the ridge, so it's gotta be there. Oh, that's not where I want it anyways. Arrgh. Still has to be one offset because if I go and put the walls in and split these pens up, then I'm gonna have to move the lights. 2. Oh, way over there. Wow. Okay. And buttons on the back one, so let's put this one on the front one. Which means I don't need this one. Light economy. Yay! Three more. Should really get you a horse. I would offer you one of mine, but frankly, you can tell by just looking at the armor which one I like and which one I don't. I was mentioning this morning the one that I'm clearly not a fan of. The reason I'm not a fan of that one is because this horse is actually slower than the donkey I've currently got sitting on the nether roof, who needs to come back, needs to get put in a pen. So I will actually probably go get said donkey. And I just, now that I've realized that, and reconfigure the pen so you can have a little space. Whoa, dude, get out of my face. That was not very nice. I know I'm in your space. I'll be out shortly. The problem with you being in my face like this, bud, is that I can't clearly just do the work without risking hitting you in the face. So I'm not high on my list. Okay. So we need 2, probably 3, this will make all 5. All 5 gates. Oak gates. No, we don't, because apparently I don't have the right materials. Alright, well. Fine, that's okay. The donkey can stay on the roof for now. Let's put this away over there. I didn't finish up on the back, did I? See, I didn't put them away. Half the job done. Half done is not a full job made. Nope, sorry bud. You're not going anywhere. Alright. 1, 2 at the back. Front on this one. There, and back on the other. There we are. Okay. 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna take these front ones. Alright, so moving sheep at night, as everybody knows, is not a smart proposition. I'm just going to sleep things off, and then we can go get some sheep. We've got 2 horses, there's going to be a donkey in here. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Pulled away from Discord long enough to watch some fun? Yeah, no such thing, Neon. Thank you ever so much. Yeah. I remember the conversation in Discord was so interesting. I completely spaced. Although, that's not hard to imagine. Buttons, 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 and more buttons, right? Okay. So I can't get sheep without hay, so let's go and grab some. Okay, this one. Cross my fingers we'll be able to get our sheep to come through the door. They don't push and shove too much. And if we get more than we originally started with, I'm okay with that. I was hoping I'll be able to grab them without... Ugh. Not sure I want to know. Are we having a new bid for mayor? Is this where we're going with it? Dadrock seems to have a mayor. Java doesn't seem to have any use for that sort of stuff. And I'm kind of glad. I mean, it's not critical that we should or shouldn't. You know, it's just different community cultures. Whoa! Sorry, Sheep Queen, that was an accident. I'll read you up a new one. Made a promise as much as I could to my daughter because she's a huge fan of sheep. I would do my best not to kill sheep this season. But that was a pure accident. I know I've got them follow me around with this wheat while I'm taking down a fence, which is kind of dumb. On the other hand, it's better than them scattering to the four winds. Okay. Hello, guys. Let's go and get you home before I put any more holes in things. And I'm hoping I'll be able to get them to follow me into the pens. Hoping. We'll see. They don't push me off the edge first. It does look a little bit odd on the mini-map. Yep. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, these sheep really want to go. If I had a carrot, I bet you I could get the donkey. Hey dude, you wanna come with me? Do you like carrots the same way the horses do? Apparently. Okay. Come on, guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey. Heads up. Sheep. No problem. Have fun, Poodle Pilot. Check in later. I'll be curious to see how it went. So I have myself quite the passel of critters. That actually looks really, really odd in the mini-map screen. Yeah. Okay. Let's get over to... try to, sort of, get over to the castle. Ooh, more sheep. Hey, you. Guys? You want to come join my party and be part of my sheep? I'm currently losing some of you. Come on, guys. Hello. I use more sheep at all times. Bring in the wild ones. I don't need the domesticated ones, right? Maybe? Guys? I guess I'm unintentionally going for personal record. How many sheep can I bring in at once? Herding sheep in Minecraft. Fun to watch, not fun to do. Strange enough, I don't mind it, actually. I would rather herd sheep than those 32 cats. That was a royal pain in the butt. Oh, and I lost the attention of my donkey, I think. Yep, that's okay. Dude, do you want to come back? It's hard to keep both. If I have to choose, I'll take the sheep. Ooh, stop pushing. Wow, how rude. A lot of noise. I see you, Skelly. You can stay underground. It looks like the black one is starting his walk on his own. That's fine. Come on. It's a slow process. Are you guys all ready? Do I have enough? Oh, I got the donkey too. Okay. See? Oh, come on, donkey. You coming? Dude, you're slow and distractible. Come on. Hey. Moron. Come here. When you breed a donkey with a horse, you get a mule. My thought on that is probably that I think I know where the lack of sense came from. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Come on in, guys. Mind the gap. Uh-oh. Come on. Yep. One at a time. Nice orderly line, please. Oh, I'm losing your buddies. Come on. I know I could take out more of that fence, but if there's sheep plugging it, then I don't have villagers plugging it, right? Come on. There you go. Move. Let's go. Let's go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Hey. This way. Let's just move these guys in. I'll go collect the other bunch in a minute. You guys coming? How many can we get in here? Wow. Okay. Oh shoot, come on. Get me out, get me out. No, 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 no. Move. Oops. Well, I guess I'll collect you. The other bunch. What do we have here? Birch gates. Oh. Okay, well, I don't really care. As I said, I'd rather do sheep instead of blow. Okay. Ow! This is getting ridiculous. Switch this and run for the hills. No, 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 no. Oh. Oh, man. Brains 2 is not blessed with a lot. Okay. This. I will take the gates because that's all I've got. One more time. Did oh, man. Dumber than a sack of hammers some days. Come on. I put the hay away, not fences. Those up there. Put those away. Grab that. Try this again. Guys. Fine. Use a double fan, sure. Okay. Be ready, buddy. Like this, and then I push and shove. And I go 1, 2. Okay, so these guys are in for as long as that's gonna last. You guys, come here. Let's clean up the mess. Hello. Where's the loose one? Another loose one over here. Come on. Another loose one back there. Hey. Nah. Come here. Got another one on this side. Buddy, where you going? Alright. closer. Hey, you. Wow. Okay, give me a second here. This is going to be annoying. So recent. Sheep. Ambient. Hush. Alright.
Hello?
It is such a great thing. I really wish that we could actually do that in everything Hobozim, but unfortunately, it's still a problem sometimes. Come on. Hey, 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 sheep. Come here. All of you. This way. Okay, so... we... Move, move, move. Fence. Alright, what else have I got? Time to sleep. I got most of them in there, but that's not all of them. I left some of them outside. What is this? Something. The game thinks I've dropped something, but I don't know what. String. String? That makes no sense. I don't have any spiders. Or cats. Weird. But good afternoon, Hobozim. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, doesn't they drop a string? I don't know. Well, whatever. We're gonna get it. Okay, so let's go get some more of these weirdos. Let's see if we can get... Oh, that would be my string. Okay, well, I don't want to play with him. Sorry, bud. No playing with you. Not happening. Okay, who else do I have? Creepers, too. Fun. Okay. Thank you for not exploding. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, no. No, no, no. Sorry, dude. I don't do spiders. Or, actually, maybe I do. You're gonna bug me until I get rid of you. There. Now I have my own string. Maybe. Or not. Wow. Okay, well, whatever. String. Yes, where the sheeps go. This one. Are there any others out here? Plenty of raw. Creeper, 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 creeper. Whoa. Rotten flesh, yada yada. More spiders, rabbits. I don't see any sheep. Other than the one who's hanging out with me. So, let's get you back inside. This time we could probably take your donkey buddy, because I think the two of you will fit through the fence. You want to come this time? I have a different plan for you. Now, donkey, can you actually come through the fence? No. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Take this off. This off. That one off. Hey, you. Carrot munch. Oops. Okay, well, I guess we got the sheep out here too. Donkey? I had to do that, didn't I? Okay, we'll come back for you later. New one? Okay. Once again. Jump. Move, move, move. There we go. Okay. I know what I did with the poor donkey, and the reason I can't get him up here. And I also have to be careful because I've got so much stuff in my inventory that if I'm not careful, the villagers are going to get out. Get rid of those slabs. Need more space. That's not where I need to be. Wrong box. Give me more space. Anyways, we'll come back for some of these. This one up there. And those here, here, and there. Hey, donkey, where'd you go? Okay. Like this. Yes, I know. I know. We got it that way. Not bad. Not bad, donkey. Can you come? Thank you. Right here now. Okay. See if I can find this sheep down here. I knew there was one. Yo. Oops. I lost the donkey. That's okay. Hey, sheep. Here. Hello. Going on a long walk. You want to come? We're not going to spend all stream sheep wrangling, because that would just be crazy. Are you serious? You can't get past a ladder? Crying out loud. That's just dumb. Move. Thank you. Come this way now. Alright, last chance with the golden boy. You. This way. Aha! Oh, there's a torch out there. I was trying to figure out what was the extra light. Knock, knock, knock. Right. So I'm just going to take a second here to put the fences or stuff back. Of course that's going to happen. Forgot about that. That was not what I intended. But, you know. So I dropped a fence. Where did I drop a fence to? No clue. We're short a fence there. Yes, I know. So you're inside, so that's fine. Sheep, you're gonna follow me. So that's where the fence went. Another one of those laggy things. You, come with me. Yes, I know. I know, whiner. Donkey is gonna get stuck on... Actually, I was gonna put him down by the other horse, but I can't because... it's not gonna work. Okay. Oh, don't push me. Uh-oh. Okay, well, let's go this way. And I need to get the fence out. Actually, I can probably use a gate at this point. I don't really care what I'm supposed to do. Big swap and run. There we go. Alright, happy. Happy. Got everybody. Now this one is probably not happy because he's not. Interesting. He's even more higher hearts than the one I have on the roof. He's actually at the same height, or same number of hearts as my horse, with the diamond armor. And he hasn't really kicked me off yet. I kind of thought he would, actually. Huh. Interesting. Hey, dude. As I said so, you're gonna be mine.
Hello.
Hello, Poppins. How you doing? Good to see you drop by. Come on. I'm just trying to make this my third donkey this season. Quite happy. Uh-oh. We have an uh-oh? Who let him in here? Yeah. You like that one? You probably haven't seen that in a while. I want to... Okay. He doesn't seem to care, but he doesn't seem to... Fine, I guess you're mine. I didn't pay any attention. Alright. Don't explain why you weren't kicking me off. Do I have any pre-made? Right, I do have some pre-made. Hey, dude. You can have this one. So you're the fastest donkey I own, which means I have to bring the other one in. Like that? Okay, so got some noisy stuff going on, but we have sheep and so on and so forth. Okay, so the next piece we need to work on, quickly referring to live. You guys are getting sick and tired of this one. Not that one, but that'll work anyways. The next piece I wanted to work on actually is, if I can get the reference working correctly, go back to the other model, because it works better with my head. We've got the gatehouse and the wall, but you guys are probably sick and tired of walls, so I'm going to do that one off stream. But we've got something in lieu of the building to the left. We have lots of space in our actual game, so we still have a place to put things compared to the design I was working with. But, and I know I've messed up all the layout and stuff, but I think the next thing I'm going to work on is back in this corner, somewhat parallel to this angled wall. I'm actually going to do, maybe not parallel, maybe straight, I guess, off this portion. Let it sort of wedge out. But I'm going to actually do a bit more of a hall. So nothing too exciting, but a 2-floor building. And let it get nice and big. Nice high roof and the whole 9 yards. Something pretty basic. But, I mean, the model is suggesting that it would have been whitewashed. I'm not going to bother with that. That makes plenty of sense. As it is, so we don't need to be copying everything. Okay. So let's turn that reference off. We don't need that in our face. That's fine. You can be in and out as you need to, Mr. L. That's perfectly okay. Now, as much as I would love to throw in more variety, I think we need to stick with our stone palette that we've got going here. So it'll be... Basically, we're going to do a stone... What the... I don't know what that was. I don't think I really want to know. Okay, so we're going to stick with the stone palette and then go with the birch roof. I know that actually that's not going to work. Let me correct that. Styling wise, that's too expensive. Yeah, she says as she goes for more birch and more spruce. And let's try lightening it with a oak roof and see what we get. I'm just kind of winging it. Nothing's really going to match. It's going to be rather a strange conglomeration of buildings. Why? Because I guess it's because I can, maybe? And once again, I want to try and find a spot where I can look up, and it doesn't look like I could easily jump from there to here. So move it in a little more, maybe around about here. Okay, let's look up. Yeah, I mean, I could make the jump, but it wouldn't be pleasant. So up and over a bit. Let's try this. Yeah, by the time I get a roof on, I think that'll be reasonable. I don't want it to be too far. I don't want to be too close. It's not that I worry about anything spawning. It's that for the purposes of lore, if you had enemies that did make it to the roof, you really don't want them jumping down on your main building. Okay, and let's make it a nice big one. What do I think I'm going to want most of? Normally I'd say librarians, but I may move them later on. Actually, I'm going to put my smiths in there, so we're going to have armors and weapons all in the same one. I'll move the toolsmith to another spot. Or I might even put all three of them in there because they could all use a forge. That might work. And we'll just make a big building for the bunch of them. Let's try it. And I'm going to go with a log format, but rather than vertical, I'm just going to go horizontal. So, dirt. 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That makes it a 7 by 7, or 7 by whatever. That'll be fine. Go with that. I'm going to make it stick out longer, I think, in this direction. Put dirt here. Go. One, two, three, oops, 4. Count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that'll make it slightly rectangular. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, that would make it perfectly square. Go. Obozim, I'm curious to know, what did you do? What did you actually do when you're trying to fly and thinking your elytra is broken? Did you maybe try to fly while wearing a chest plate? We've all done that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Took it off. Yeah. Using invisible potions and working with guardians. Now here's the thing. I don't know about you, but I was under the impression that Mojang did not give the game enough brains to be able to figure out that you're wearing elytra with an invisible potion. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but yeah, that's my impression anyways. Okay, so we're gonna have them enter on the long side here, and we will break out windows, but I'm going to do an offset log format. So we're gonna need more spruce. Long windows. To use the North American cabins that everybody's familiar with, but just in Minecraft. Yeah. Oh, only one? Oh, okay. I didn't realize that you actually had to be nearly naked in game to have mobs not notice you. I thought you could still get away with most of your armor because they weren't that smart. But hey, you can tell I don't play with potions all that often. Okay, let's throw the door, because I can, let's throw it right dead smack center. Save on pieces. learn something new every day, right? There we go. Thank you for the heads up, sir. I learned a lot. I guess the next question, if you're dealing with guardians in the water, pure curiosity, what's the flying for? Permanoob minds want to know, I guess? Did I? Oh. Oops. Then I went and got myself off the wall. Even better. Gotcha. I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's actually kind of funny. I know I've only recently started using Twitch chat or Twitch chat bridge. Is what I'm using right now, which is a Fabric plugin. I have yet to find one for Forge, but I would love to as soon as I can. Anyway, point is, I've only recently started with that on using that one. Sure. And it feels funny to respond to things, and then in-game, in chat, somebody responds to it as though I'd said something. For those that aren't watching me, they're probably highly confused, if they cared at all, in the, what on earth is he talking about? I don't get it. So we can probably snag back a couple of blocks for windows. Maybe go medieval, we'll go dual wide, I think. 1, 2, 3, we'll make it one more 5 floors, so I can probably get away with this. No, I'm gonna make them 3.5, so I don't really want it that tall. Nah, why not? Why not? It's the Great Hall, right? You wouldn't have them on the main floor, though. I can't actually snag back. Oh well. So, unfortunately, we're back to trees. Our favorite. Favorite. Okay, come on. There we go. Uh-huh. You saw what I saw. Oh, guess whose head I just saw poke up? You bet. How many of them do you think we're going to get before we finish this building? Probably a lot, I would say. They're annoying, but oh well. We'll get out of it. So let's speed up ourselves and then get on those trees. I already had spruce. Aha, over here. And that, got bone meal. Okay. We're good. Well, I'll survive anyways. I will survive. Hey, hey. Okay. I can tell I'm a little random today. When? I still have to fix the coloring. I don't know why my face went all pink. Sort that one. I mean, there's that, or I get overlit going this way, right? Well, overlit from the bottom. Like that, and that still doesn't help, because then my chin's all, like, pink and whatever from the rest. I just don't have the best lighting in here, because I don't actually own any proper key lights. Considering the number of monitors I've got, it's kind of silly. Oops. Okay, so trees. Trees, trees, trees. Put those away so I don't mess with things. And as we discovered this morning, it really doesn't matter which one I bone meal. I have a habit of the northeast one. I don't know why, but it just seems to be my thing. And there we go. And as with yesterday, I got myself thrown just now going, why is my screen suddenly dark? And everybody else is seeing it normally. Well, that's because, once again, I forgot to readjust the night shift, Windows' lovely little anti-blue light feature. Thing is, it doesn't compensate with other colors over brightness. It just takes out what you originally had, so the whole thing suddenly goes dark. Yes. So I heard you guys are getting a nasty part of it now. Ours is still about 1.5 feet deep, and it's not currently coming down. I'm really hoping it goes away soon, because it's one thing to be taking cross-country ski lessons. It's another thing to be taking cross-country ski lessons with a bunch of tweens and early teens when it's like -30. On the other hand, I guess one could say I'd be prepared. Which is extra funny to me on today. So this week for the people around the world, it's known as Scout Guide Week, which basically means that they're honoring the week of the birthdays of the, well, those that are labeled as the founders of guiding and scouting, although it's not true, totally. Particularly not in guiding sense. But yeah, so the story I told this morning, and I'll just rehash it shortly, is that Robert Baden-Powell, writer, former military man, best known probably for being the first chief scout of scouting, aka the founder of modern scouting. He, in his wife, actually in his sister, started scouting and guiding. The long story made short was due to, I guess, accepted male-female roles at the time, that when there were a bunch of girls that wanted to be scouts and they showed up at the first camp on Brownsea Island, he said, "No way, go home." And they said, "No way, we're staying." And so he snagged his sister more or less. He said, "Can you do something with these people, like with these girls?" Because he really didn't want them. He wanted them to go home. He said scouting was not for girls. So she took him on, and basically they were the first Girl Scouts. As the story goes, over the years, Robert actually met somebody named Olive. I can't remember her original last name was, but turned out part of what got the two of them sort of curious about each other was that they turned out to have the same birthday, February 22nd. So when he married Olive Baden-Powell, he retained, of course, he was the chief scout and so on, but she agreed to take over the Girl Guides from Robert's sister. And so then that's where Olive Baden-Powell was sort of the, I don't know, they didn't call him, well, I guess chief guide isn't really the word, but I can't remember what it was. It's been so many years since I've been in guiding. And in any case, so today is February 22nd, aka the anniversary of their birthday, and so they call it Founders Day. But it's celebrating Guide Scout Week all week long. And so yeah, that's part of why that little story was kind of funny to me, in a weird sort of way. It's just that whole connection. Oh, what? Oh. Well, can you plink any better than you can drop? I left the Plinko stuff on earlier by mistake, and poor Max came in and goes, "What's with all the polka dots?" And I didn't clue in, didn't put two and two together, and yes, it was on there for quite a while before I realized I had to hit reset. Because Plinko doesn't reset very nicely. If you want to give that a go for yourself, it's exclamation point Plinko. And it's just dropping down and bouncing around. If anyone happens to have any ideas for cool redeems for actually hitting the mark, please do let me know. I'm kind of on the shop for it. Just curious to see what Alex will say if I bug him about about his commentary. I'm not super fussy. We can use certain words in here that I'm not going to get too hung up, but you know, I'd like to be like 8 years old and up. Oh, Hobo Zim was not around when I played Zerk's custom shoutout. Because if we shout out Zerk, we get an interesting one. Mr. Al needs a custom shoutout as well, actually. I think we have to figure out a good one for him. Forgot to mention to my mods, if there probably hasn't been anything notable. Nothing what do you call it, verbally notable. But if you ever need to, we can always do things like adding quotes and stuff. And question of the day. So then, Mr. Ali, you'd say it's rigged? Plinko's rigged. That's a new one. I would bet for a lot of kids that making a Plinko board or something similar is probably their first experience with a hammer. If they have DIY inclined parents, then that was the first thing my dad did. Was he just gave me an old plywood board and a handful of nails and said, "Yep, this game is called Plinko." Or sometimes he'd say, "We might want to call it Marble Bounce," because we would put the nails in and then he'd give us a handful of elastics to put all over the nails so you could make them go in different directions. And that was my first experience with learning to use a hammer, was missing, most of the time, missing my finger, sometimes hitting my thumb quite royally. And yeah, that's... My parents were all about learn by doing. So sometimes I'd show you how once or twice, or let you watch them for a while, and then learn by doing. So the Scouts hate it in that respect because I have some bad habits when it comes to how to chop wood. I don't exactly do anything super dangerous, but I don't have the same stance, safety stance, that some of them have. I don't know who can chop wood with their feet shoulder width apart or wider. It doesn't make any sense to me, but you know, that's fine. On the other hand, I have also not had the pleasure, as some of my fellow Scutters have, of first aiding someone who bounced the axe off their shin, so yeah. It works
Owl
well.
Poppins just redeemed first here. Olivia_Benson 01139. For 1 clues.
Well, Mr. L, I guess you are first here. An hour and 15 minutes into the stream, and we finally have somebody arrive first. And actually, I just realized that voice should have been the male one as my default. Because if my bot is going to be Botter Oswin, a male monk, that's not going to work too well having the female say things. It doesn't quite work. The actor who played my favorite version of Oswin was not effeminate in any way, shape, or form. So, or neutral, I guess. And so...
Owl
yeah.
Poppins just redeemed Hydrate. For 50 clues.
Hydrate. Don't know where my sounds went on that one. I'm wondering if the Twitch speaker's taking over. But thank you very much for the hydrate. I could definitely use it. Okay, where is this one? Where is my hydrate commands? That's really weird. Give me a second. I always like this one. That's me to pop up a tool at my end, so my apologies for you guys seeing that. Hydrate should have followed correctly, and it did not. Huh. Okay, so it works. Is I think the speaker bot's taking over. That's what the problem is. Huge bottle of whiskey. No, but I did get Fantastic Sherlock Fox a scotch for Valentine's Day. Hi. We'll let him hit the bottom, and then I'll get rid of that Plinko marker. That's what's going to be causing the weird little dots all over the screen. Go Plinko reset. So, most of the time it works, but sometimes it gives you a bit of a black screen flash before the whole thing comes back. I don't know why that particular overlay takes forever to data reset. Third-party server issues, I'm assuming. Well, I'm not going to hit the bin at that rate. At this point, it sounds like Mr. Owl might need that huge bottle of whiskey. Wow. I've mentioned in the past that things remind me of other things. This morning we had one song that stuck in my head for a while. But this one, just discussing whiskey, suddenly reminded me of a song by the band Great Big Sea about, it's called Paddy Murphy, I think it's. It's the night that Paddy Murphy died. But they're talking about respecting Paddy Murphy when he passed away, and they brought in a bottle of whiskey and they stowed it with the body to keep the whiskey cold. Oh yeah, no, I could see that. I mean, people were talking about how something as simple as a grapefruit can mess with medication. You really don't want to be mucking around with hard liquor if you've got, you know, medication for whatever challenge, or even, you know, headache meds. Sometimes people will have a bad reaction. While ultra headache meds, so intentionally have what's the word? Oh, yeah, okay. While ultra headache meds intentionally have caffeine with them, so for some people I know, you take alcohol and it hits you, and even the headache meds like Tylenol or whatever will actually hit you so much harder. So if that's the case for anybody, then yeah, I'd say just generally stay away from it. I've never really liked some of the hard alcohols. I mean, I do like wine, but I'm more of a social drinker. What that basically means is there's a few that I'll open on my own, like a wobbly pop in this, and then I mean that rather literally in things like what's the word? Like a Radler or something, a fruity sort of deal, or the odd beer, very rarely. The one's usually like tinned. I'll do a cider or something, but most of the time I won't drink unless somebody else is. So I don't even think about buying things at the liquor store unless it's like for gifts, because normally any of the other purchasing Fantastic Sherlock Fox sort of takes care of. Ouch. That would not be worth it. Yes, definitely not worth it in that case, Mr. Owl. I can totally understand that. In all honesty, if I did stop drinking, which I had for quite some time actually, particularly a lot of the well, actually I don't like grain-based alcohols for the most part. So some beers taste too beery. Even some ciders taste too beery. It's not the hops, because I've had some very, very hoppy custom ciders that people have made, but for some reason, I'm not quite sure what it is, but I'm so at a loss for it today. Yeah, but anyways, the point I was going to make was just that it's not worth it. I don't think I'd miss it, and I suspect you probably don't either. You know, feeling of not having a seizure or not having tons of pain, when you can possibly make that happen, is far more worth any payoff that one could get from drinking alcohol. So yeah, as I say, family friendly, but to a point. We're going to need more oh, I have some spruce. Okay, let's put away cheap bait. Put don't need to keep the sheep bait on us because that's going to be problematic. I'll come back for the oak. You don't need the charcoal for making fires anymore. Yeah, oh, totally agreed. I can taste the alcohol in it too. My grandmother used to love making some of the flamed dishes. I can't remember off the top of my head which one she would make the most, but she would make a lot of those flamed dishes for desserts and such. Chafing dishes. I got one from her as a hereditary gift early, but that's not the point. Where I was going with that was that she used to love making those sorts of things, but no matter how much she claimed you could cook off the alcohol, I could always tell it was there. People are like, no, it burns off, it burns off. If it burnt off, it wouldn't be leaving a flavor behind. That's the way I see it. But I'm picky some days. You know, I've got, for tomorrow, one of my sort of oddball things I'm going to do on stream is, on the weekend, Fantastic Sherlock Fox was out shopping, and he picked up for me some, cola. So, like, Coke has come out with Coke with coffee in it. And I've got one that's a vanilla flavor, and then there's another that's some sort of dark flavor. I don't know what it's called, but, so I'm going to try that on stream and see what I think. And I can guarantee I'll drink through one of them, but there's a reason I'm doing it on Thursday. Because if it tastes absolutely awful, then I don't have to have a second stream where I drink the other can. I've got one of the vanillas and one of the regular ones. And yeah, that's my plan for on stream tomorrow. Is try those out. Yeah, Coke with coffee in it. Literally, it's a red Coke can with coffee. And it's actually supposed to have a coffee flavor to it. So it's not just a caffeine one. So Hobozim, given that I've got one of each of the two, which one would you recommend I try first? And I mean, you could say, you know, try this one first because it's the worst of the two, or try this other one first because it's the better of the two. Not great, but not bad. When I did tech support, we used to drink, not just energy drinks, but there was a cola that they had out at the time. Those of you might have heard me talk about it before, but it was Jolt Cola. Hey, Janser. Not on stream, but I see him on the server. So, we used to drink Jolt Cola, and it was one of those ones that was a large can and had enough caffeine kick in it that they assumed you weren't going to drink it all in one sitting. Well, obviously these shopkeepers liked it that we did. But they actually had screw-on lids, so you could actually put the lid back on, but it was still a tin pop can with a tin little lid thing on it. And it was designed to look like a battery. Love the smell of coffee, especially coffee shops, despise the taste. Same issues with alcohol. No matter what it's mixed with, I can taste the coffee. Yeah. I'm also curious to get myself back into some tea. I used to be all about the herbal teas in the morning. Really, the part that would pick me up back then was just having a warm drink. That's really all it was, because that helps me wake up a little bit. So things like, I grew up on buttered toast soldiers and hot chocolate would be a breakfast, sometimes with floating marshmallows. But I don't do that anymore. I mean, I guess it's like the kids' version of bulletproof hot chocolate, as opposed to bulletproof coffee, which is just coffee with butter. But growing up, now that I've done enough of drinking coffee through tech support and just at home, that I need that coffee kick, or at least or the caffeine kick, I should say, or at least the first one. I get really tired of some of the more standard teas, though, which is why I don't drink a whole lot of teas instead of coffees. Fantastic Sherlock Fox absolutely loves his Earl Grey or English breakfast. We've had enough that right now I'm off that flavor. So he can keep his pot to himself, kind of thing. It's not a approach. I mean, if his mom's serving it or whatever at her place, well then of course I'll say yes. But it's not one that I would select at home. So we had actually, not too long ago, discovered that one of the brick and mortar tea shops that we thought had gone belly up is still around. Not belly up, we thought they'd gone completely online because that's what we'd heard. We found out that in our city they still have at least one location. that's actually the real deal store. So we went in and we burnt a whole bunch of our gift cards that had been piling up that people have been giving us. And they kept giving them to us because you could buy them, you know, in the drugstore. So that was great. But the thing is, the gift cards were murder to try and use online. So we went in and spent probably about, Canadian-wise, about $150, I think, in just loose leaf tea. Well, you know, it's funny actually, in terms of flavor. One of my favorites for cola actually happens to be what I used to call Mormon cola. And apologies to anybody in that community if you're listening. But I went to college in Lethbridge, Alberta, which is at last count, I believe it was the largest gathering of Mormons in Canada. Even though, you know, one could say largest north of Salt Lake. But anyways, the point is this. So needless to say, it was pretty easy to get hold of the caffeine-free Coca-Cola, as well as the caffeine-free Diet Coca-Cola. So yeah, that sounds funky. And then for those, weirdly, there was a small run for a while, and I don't know if it's still available or not, but it was my absolute favorite. The Diet was my sort of second favorite, but my absolute favorite was they had a caffeine-free version of Coke Zero, which sounds really weird because, I mean, the whole point of Coke Zero is the caffeine, and that's why I like that. But my absolute favorite at the time was the caffeine-free Coke Zero. Well, yeah, to each their own. I didn't mind it. But then again, I mean, I was staying in a house where I could have as much as I wanted if it was caffeine-free stuff. If it was the caffeinated stuff, I got glared at. The hardcore Mormons don't do caffeine. But yet, go figure, the church actually owns a very large investment in stock in the Coca-Cola company. Hence the reason the product exists at all. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's the truth. And I never could drink Pepsi, and it's not because of any particular preference of one over the other in terms of ideological or names or whatever. I just found Pepsi tasted too sweet and not fizzy enough. I don't need things to be super fizzy, but I just need them to not be flat. And I found that Pepsi tasted flat almost right out of the can. But now a lot of the diet drinks are sweetened with aspartame, which I read a couple of times that aspartame basically, it converts in your system to being formaldehyde. So the practicality is you're in essence pickling yourself if you're drinking a diet drink with aspartame in it. You know, pickle style preservation. Not pickling salt, of course, but yeah, so that explains probably why I get headaches from the diet products. But yeah. So they don't agree with me for that reason. It's too bad. Caffeine-free Diet Pepsi. Yeah, there you go. I mean, in all honesty, my kids don't like fizzy drinks, so I'm getting more used to just generically having juices and such in the house. Yeah, they don't like fizzy drinks at all. So I can't even make, say, like a carbonated water and then mix it with fruit juice to make like a punch or something for them. They won't drink it. Which is just annoying. Only in that it makes it hard to have a party drink because a lot of their other kids their other friends grow up on sodas. But if you make a fizzy fruit juice, then the other kids will drink it. Yeah, I find, to me, Pepsi tastes, too sweet and syrupy. I don't know about the Mountain Dew. I don't drink a whole lot of Mountain Dew. And part of it is just because Canadian Mountain Dew sucks by comparison to the American stuff. That's one where I do like the caffeine, but then again, I mean, the whole having drank coffee thing. Okay, so this would be 3 rows up, I think, and I need 4 rows up. Oh, nope, not that way. You have a Mountain Dew problem. What is it about the Mountain Dew that you have a problem with? Because like, if it really is the fact that it's caffeinated, you'd probably hate the Canadian stuff. Ours is the same, except no caffeine. But weirdly, I don't think it changes the taste, although some people would probably argue with me. Stormy has Mountain Dew coursing through her veins. So is that what the cans are when she's streaming? I start with the other thing about too much coffee and not enough just plain
Hello
water.
there.
Hello?
Hello there. How are you, Stormy? Bait, if he talks about you enough. Thing about too much coffee or sodas or whatever for me is eventually, I mean, my system rebels, but also it becomes, trying to figure out the best way to say it's family friendly. But you'll notice, let's put it that way. When people talk about the asparagus effect, yeah, I get the asparagus effect. Too much coffee. And I don't think that anybody needed to know that, for one thing. But for another, oh, actually, let's pause for a second. Four at the top. Let's see. If I'm going to strip this down, those of you with a better taste for palate, what do you think? Oh, I had a button. Oh, okay. First buttons, sure. Those of you with a better taste for palate, what color of flooring would you normally put in for wood flooring to go with the stripped spruce logs? Ouch! The green elixir of life. No, that would be, let's see, that would probably be Sprite or 7-Up for me. Somebody asked me once, or said, why on earth would you drink 7-Up? It's disgusting. It's too limey, too lemony. I'm like, that's the whole point. That's what I drink it for. I find Sprite to be way too sweet. Ode to Max Money. Did I miss something here? Oops. Max. Nope. Oh, gotcha. You know. If you know, you know. I'm not into them. Well, I guess you guys have a new phrase available to you. The blood is thicker than Mountain Dew. Yeah, that's his. I did hear that. Max doesn't just do the do. Max lives the do. So, though it would be nice to have a bigger hall, not just that we're going to have villagers running around inside it, so I don't need a huge, but also, if I'm going to go with this theme, then I need to not have windows on the main floor, and I need to make sure that I don't go too big, because the hall period-ish would not have actually cost that much to build. And then would put it up as quick as possible. Be able to jump off our roof tomorrow with no chance of injury. I am very confused, Mr. L, but that's okay. That's my normal state of affairs. Confused. Okay, well, since I've got a ton of birch flooring, it's going to be birch flooring. Probably not the world's best idea, but we've got a ton of birch. Actually, that's going to look really stark. Just make sure you're aware of where you jump off the roof, too. Hate to find out, you know, that you had this sudden moment of, oh, so that's where Stormy parked the Jeep last night. That would not be a comfortable fall. I like oak, but part of the problem, the visual on that is unappealing, I'll say. Oh, and I missed a whole wall. How could I do that? Weird. Glenn, really? I'm doing it from the inside to be more silly. From the outside, you'll be able to see where the stairs were, right? Why, sir? Do we have a... Yep, you can see where the stairs were. Where is... Oh, come on. It's only 4 blocks high. You should be able to reach 4.5, right? Wait. I missed one on the end, too. Seriously. There we go. I'm gonna have to get rid of you, sir, because you are in the way. So oak slabs, I'm gonna try that on this side. And I've got birch slabs over here, and I'm just gonna see if it looks too bright. Problem with oak slabs, though they make go better with the spruce, unfortunately, they look a lot like path blocks. I kind of wish path would be more of a green shade. We got our school buses back today. The school system did bring the school buses back, although from what I was hearing on the radio, that it's a sort of a wishful thinking for your school bus to be on time. But at least it wasn't as bad as it could have been. We had some, we had a bank appointment yesterday to get the kids their first bank cards, and we just had the thing where it doesn't matter how good your tires are. There was enough snow, sliding on snow, that you were just going to slide sideways regardless. There was no other option. I'm not done with this house, so unfortunately I'm going to leave you trapped in the basement there. At some point I'm going to make you very, very mad, make you come to the door, and then I will just poke you with sharp, pointy things until you disappear. Yes, that's what I like. Those golems. The other advantage to the birch, I mean, as much as I don't like it, when one's lighting up the inside of a house, it really sets off any carpeting or flooring, and it gives you a bit of a sort of faux reflection by being bright. You see the dark bands of snow going on radar going right through your town. Ouch. Yeah, just a little bit of snow, and that's the case. So this level we can actually put windows in, and I should probably put in a proper stairway, I guess. That's something that people could do. I do have birch stairs. One more. Okay, yep, definitely need proper stairs. Excuse me. Thank you. We call it a city. Whatever. Nice. Yeah, there's one in our province that was called a city for a while, the city of Red Deer, but there's really not much, or for a long, long time, there really was not much city to it. I thought I had stairs, birch stairs. I don't. Okay, well, I guess we get upstairs then. Well, that was gonna be my roof. For the time being, we'll have spruce stairs against a spruce wall. That's way tacky, but it won't be permanent. Besides, the scale of this is completely up to lunch anyway. At least I can get this dude not to be able to follow me. A lot effectively. The other thing I like about that is, if I remember correctly, I think I can get one more. Nope. Nope. Alright. Next level. Yes, Dylan actually has a building inside. I mean, it's not rocket science, but it's nice to know that I can actually build something. Okay. Oops, nope, I got that wrong. Fine. the short direction. Time. Sometimes I wish we could get the blocks to go the long direction while actually. I didn't even think today. Sorry, words are hard, and apparently this headache has really got me on the run. Any semblance of proper thought. I wish we could get blocks to lay down without having to put blocks to the side as support. It's just a bit of an annoyance, but hey, it's micro, right? Everybody has their own bugbears, and that's not one really worth paying a whole lot of attention to. You would hope the school district is smart and cancels school on Friday, give people a chance to dig out. Would be nice. On the other hand, I mean, if you have students missing on a Friday, not always, but frequently, Fridays are often the shorter day of school. So if your student misses something on a Friday, then they can probably pick it up again on Monday and dig out over the course of the weekend. Much too logical. Well, I mean, hey, I am married to Fantastic Sherlock Fox, who logicked his way through the musical suggestion last night. Or sorry, the Disney movie trivia. I really should figure out where the windows are. That would make sense. Let's go with 4 on this side and 2 on the ends. 2, 4, 6, 7. Here for the windows. This is the back of the building. I probably don't need much for windows at all on this side. Let's go with that for now.
Owl Poppins just redeemed. Hill champion is Olivia_Benson 01139 for 250 clues.
Oh, sure. See donuts going by. It must be the first time, or they've updated a few things in here. There goes some donuts. And a sandal. I know this thing does get a seasonal update from time to time. Oh, and I gave myself a hydrate. How cheaty. Oh, that didn't even go. What the heck? Where is the tool? Come on, tool window. Nope. Oh well, whatever. Settings. What is the custom output? That's the speaker box. Put here. General. Do. Okay, so it looks like the stupid bot thing's taking over. I think it's rigged. I know this is going to sound weird, but I definitely think that's rigged.
2, 4, 6, 8, everybody hydrate!
I forgot it was in a blocking queue. Oops. Let's see what. 2, 4, 6, 8. No, I'm not going to stop for hydrate. 2, 4, 5. What? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Oh. Oh, I gave myself a 13 interior. Eesh. Okay. 4. This. That. This. Doesn't quite work out. gonna have a 3-2-3 window. Oh, no, we're not. I have a 2. Yeah. Move it down. Move it, move it, move it. Okay. 2 from the end. 2. Down by 1. These 2-1-2 windows. There we go. Yep. 2-1-2 window. I saw Mr. Eldrop. Go. If I was smart, I would not have had every second log go the same direction. I wouldn't have lined them up, but I might have actually had it rotate around. Oh well. Do I want windows on this side? Sure, why not? Let's go. I'll go along the stairs. No, I don't need windows on that side then. Pointless. This is what happens. Big difference between Stormy's builds and my builds. Stormy's builds are planned out beautifully in advance and creative. I don't know where she finds the time, but they're done that way, and then she puts them through Litematica or Schematica, depending on which server she's playing on. And they're amazing. Okay. Let's go for one more of these.
Owl Poppins just redeemed biggest fan, the Swanky Potato. For 305 clues.
And now it's going to be 310 clues the next time, I bet. To be my biggest fan, the price keeps going up. I wonder if Swanky's aware that there's a slight battle going on. Nope, I hit the bull. Let's see. Bet you Stormy can do better. And... ooh! Ow. Shame on you, bot. Stormy should have been able to win that one. One, two, three. Okay, then row 4 will be above, and then we'll put the roof on. There we go. Oh, well, that's not gonna work. I need 2 of these. Need this one back, please. Thank you. And will this one come back too? I doubt it. Yeah, nope, it didn't. It's okay. We're done with the windows. There, I've got 3. Oops. What did I hear there? Clean up on aisle 4. Wow. Yeah. Family friendly to a point. It reminds me a lot of the campfire song we were using with the Scouts on Thursday. And it's one of the oldies based on the Battle Hymn of the Republic. But yeah, she jumped from 40,000 feet, forgot to pull the cord. Gets a little messy. I got told I wasn't supposed to use that one with 8 to 10-year-olds. It wasn't very nice for some reason. I don't know who decides what's nice and what's not, but yeah. On the other hand, I also wanted to use a novelty song from the 1940s that cussed, well, or effectively cussed. I got told I couldn't use that either. Somebody's really grumpy, you know?
Oh goodness, there goes the channel. Caring underscore with underscore colors just rated with 2 pairs of eyes.
Wow! But you have an attitude. Good evening, Caring with Colors. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Welcome. What were you up to this evening? I would be really glad to hear.
Oh, hello there.
It's a caring raid. For Pink Shirt Day, it's a caring raid. That's awesome. Raider. Okay, so we'll pause for just one split sec. We can get this. Oh, I can spell. Shout out. Does this actually work? Oh, come on, hit enter. Oh, that's because it does not like the ats in front. Crazy Twitch. Wow. Okay, my apologies to Caring with Colors, but the usual type of Twitch shoutout decided it doesn't like me. And so does that one. There we go. Something happened. I apologize, but yeah, the usual type of Twitch one, when you manually enter it, it should work. But I guess today it doesn't want to. I falled. I flied? No, I falled. Okay, you know what? This speaker bot has gotta go. Because it's messing with the other one quite badly. So, return the Enderman Scream. Return you falled. Bigger span works. Tell champion worked. We'll leave it at that. I actually have that falled one on here. Come on. Off the soundboard, please.
I fly? No, you fall.
This is why I don't fly with Elytra all that frequently. I've got my Elytra, and I keep forgetting to actually deploy them when I come down. You know, that would be sensible. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm not even carrying rockets because I don't actually intend to fly. I'm just using them for a glider. So, what was Caring with Colors up to today? Looks like you were last playing Minecraft. What were you doing in Minecraft? For those of you that don't know me very well, my name is Delenn, and I am playing on Dadcraft73's server for Patreon members. So yes, for those curious, not free. And this one is the Java vanilla, but I've got a lot of quality of life mods installed. So every once in a while there's, you know, Java mechanic that drives me absolutely insane, and I go and get a quality of life workaround. However, right now I'm working on a, well, I don't know what you want to call it. I would say a hall for, it's going to have a lot of our villagers in it. It's not going to be everybody, but it's going to have a lot of the villagers in it. And it's a hall for our castle, which the style is sort of a motte and bailey, which that over there is the motte. It's sort of the hill, the dry moat around it, and this would be the bailey yard, inner bailey, but I'm not going to do the outer bailey, so I've got a bailey. Oh, whoops. I guess I had a spruce tree I was attending, and I should have put a, an oak one in. You were building your new home on your community realm. Ooh. Ooh, what sort of style of new home? And I'm curious what biome you were in. The other question I have for people who, I do apologize if you've been in before, but people who I don't immediately recognize, is how did you find me, or what was it about my channel that caught your attention? We're just about to wrap ourselves up. Was 5 Pillar Castle. Ooh, nice. We're just about to raid out. I tend to run about 2 hours on a Wednesday, so you caught the tail end, but I will be here for another 5 or so minutes, and so nice chance to say hello and I get used to meeting people. So when you're doing a 5-pillar castle, is yours a fully stone castle with, and you say with pillars? Does that mean like, when you're saying pillars, do you mean actually like towers? Or do you mean something different? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Thanks, Karen. That helps me put 2 and 2 together. 5 towers, okay. So a fully stone type castle. Something sort of fantasy designed, or something sort of like a cross between that and medieval, or something else? I'm just curious about styles. I'm not sure what the music just did. Half stone and half wood. Sounds familiar. But I'm assuming yours is probably pillars of wood as opposed to funky layers out of wood. Oh, I guess I didn't peel that one either. Okay. Yeah, corners. Right. Forgot about that. Okay. Let's see. How's the easiest way to do these ones? So my castle theme is slowly coming together. We've built ourselves the stable over there. I'm finally happy with it. It's fairly basic, but it does the deal. If you build it up your head, you're crazy like that. That's cool. That's cool. My builds are kind of, I shouldn't say they're off the top of my head. They're definitely not. But my builds are very frequently influenced by other places. Ooh, okay. Other places, other builds. So these ones are loosely based on Shrewsbury Castle in England. Loosely, because the more I Minecraft the castle, the more I'm realizing that it's not going to look the way I had expected. So that's okay. You know, Minecraft scale and all that. But on the other hand, I didn't want one that was incredibly fantastical, just not my style this particular season. Nothing against those styles of castles. Wanted to see if I could take my crack at doing something quasi-historic, and as you guys may have heard when coming in before, potentially with Teddy, is that I'm a fan of the Brother Cadfael mystery series by Ellis Peters. So that's set in medieval Shrewsbury, England, and is relatively accurate. I mean, it's not perfectly so, but they actually use the names of correct people in roughly the correct order as abbots of his monastery and so forth. And do reference some of the larger events that actually are on record as having existed. But this castle is, as I was saying, influenced by, because in the 13th century they had an architect by the name of Thomas Telford come and basically raise the thing for practical purposes and move the main hall down to this end. The first time your realm is a team v team building competition. No PvP, just a building contest. Cool! I would not be very good at those contests, but I would love to hear over time how it turns out. Do keep me apprised of that. That makes plenty of sense. If you decide, I don't have a whole lot of people on it or a whole lot of stuff going on, but if you decide to do so, feel free to drop some pictures in any of the, I think I have a pictures channel or a build share channel. Can't remember what I called it. On the Discord, and I'd love to see how things go. So we've just crossed the hour line, and I think we've gotten ourselves to a good spot because, though I didn't light up the inside, we've got the top floor built, we've got the windows and such put in, so we're just about ready to put the roof on. The lower floor does not have windows on purpose, and I'm going to try and use non-North American terminology, which may throw people for a loop. But this, without the windows, will be the ground floor, and then this one above is going to be the first floor. I will probably forget. But that's the intent. The reason that it's done this way is so that if there was a reason to close up for safety or security reasons, then it's easier to close up the door and have a harder time for people to actually gain access to the building. Yeah. That way you can't do the equivalency of like classic Molotov cocktail burning stuff from medieval period. Okay, so that's where we've gotten to today. I'm just going to run down to the middle. So tomorrow morning's plan is putting more roof on there, and I may change the color scheme because that Spruce is looking awfully dark compared to the rest of the place. Yeah, and I've got a couple of experiments I want to try, but we also need to put in... Thank you very much. Yes, please do head off, get some great sleep. Have an awesome stream, awesome sleep. Thank you very much for your raid, Pairing. I appreciate that so much, and we'll see you again soon. So I'm actually going to raid myself out, so a bit of a chain raid going on here. And just going to get my character out of the road because these guys are annoying. Alright. There we are. We'll just stop over there because the sheep were annoying, and yeah, probably more exciting to go this way. So that's where we're going to pause for today, and I'm just going to find somebody interesting to raid into, see who's live. I had a certain one in mind, but I don't know if they're actually going to be on or not. If not, we'll find someone else interesting. Hopefully. Well, yeah, okay. It's a bit of a derailment from where we were, but I think we're going to head over into Griffin Prime. Now, heads up that tonight is his Minecraft bingo with friends, so it's a community game. So it's a lot of chaos. If you don't like people chatting in the background with extra voices on stream, it may not be your cup of tea. Ooh, actually no, I'm changing my mind. Sorry, Griffin, not Griffin tonight. Instead, we're actually going to. I just noticed we've got Zeroed online. He's been on for about an hour, but he says Hardcore Day 0 is starting what looks like a brand new hardcore world. So I think we're going to hit over there instead. That actually sounds like a lot more fun. So please do give our best to Zeroed, and then we'll say our thank yous as soon as I get that started.
Miscliff managed.
There we go. Alright, so you'll see the messages up on screen there, and feel free to copy paste the one that's relevant to you. We've got the sub one on top and the general usage one below, or you can always use any that you prefer. So thank you to Pairing with Colors for the raid. Thank you to Benson and Swanky for dropping in, to Fantastic Sherlock Fox and Zerk and Benson for being our mods. I don't know if I got everything cleared, so thank you to people who showed up all day today. You've got quite a long list there, so I'm not going to bother calling them all out, but just a couple of pop-ins that I saw this evening to Huge Stormy Owl and Mr. Owl as well. And I hope everybody has themselves a fantastic evening. So as I said, I'll be back tomorrow, noon Eastern, 10 a.m. my time. I don't know if I'm going to go long tomorrow or not. Thursdays is a lot dependent on how Fantastic Sherlock Fox's meetings are going. But until then, have yourselves a fantastic evening. Goodbye for now.
Transfer complete.